Okay, here we go. Take two. Tried to trim my last video and it didn't work. I don't know how to edit my videos to take out the controversial parts. Karate Man got me sidetracked on Charlie Sheen. Better not talk about his opinions on certain things. So I'm going to leave this. I'm not a huge fan of Charlie Sheen, let's just say. Not as big of a fan as Karate Man, because Karate Man loves all things action. This one's a science fiction thriller. This is going to be another Adrian recommendation. Let's see if I can actually read the movie poster this time. I can't. It says 10 years later, a new generation of scanners born with powers so terrifying it's beyond their control. And I can't read the second part because the white lettering is obscured by the flash coming out of an exploding head, which looks more like the scene from the first movie than it does from the second movie. Okay. Scanners, I'm giving this 5 out of 5 stars, by the way. I love this flick. And I did find the Wikipedia page this time. So I guess Karate Man got scared because I'm censoring my own videos now in anticipation of YouTube censorship. Anyways, he's not in the chat room. He was about a half an hour ago when I was trying to cut out the controversial part and failing. Anyways, Scanners 2, The New Order is a 1991 Canadian science fiction thriller film. It is a sequel to the 1981 feature film Scanners with a different cast, starring David Hewlett. I don't even know who this guy is. Deborah Raffin. She's good looking. Raul Trujillo. Don't know who he is. Yvonne Ponton. We like her too. Very good looking actress. It was written by B.J. Nelson and directed by Christian Duguay. The plot involves a crooked police commissioner. We like police corruption on this channel. Ponton, who schemes to gain control of a major city by manipulating scanners, persons born with telepathic and telekinetic abilities to do his bidding. The film was released direct to video. That's not what IMDb said. It had a US release. Didn't say anything about direct to video. But it does have that direct to video feel. It's got the film noir going. It's got the police corruption going. It's got the gore effects going. Is there anything that this film doesn't have going? Oh, yeah, nudity. That's the one missing thing. Okay. It's kind of like a Blue Sunshine meets Scanners, this movie. During one of his classes, a young veterinarian intern named David Kellum discovers that he can read and control minds of others. When he moves from his country home to the city to continue his studies, he finds difficulty in controlling himself. The congestion of many minds and the ability to hear voices overwhelm him. He gets spooked out when he hears this really lame keyboard music at some Montreal bar. He stumbles across a store robbery and kills the gunman by causing his head to explode with his mind. It's not really a head explosion. It's more like a tiny hole in his dome, and then the the brains come out. It's not a full-fledged Kurt Cobain type of shooting a watermelon, watch it explode kind of a situation like the first movie. Police Commander John Forrester watches the store's security tape. He tells David that he is a scanner and there are others like him around the world. He asks for David help in tracking down elusive criminals. David agrees. Let's see what we got here. It says it's written by B.J. Nelson, but on IMDb, David Cronenberg gets co-writing credit for the script. So I don't know who's correct here. I've just put David Cronenberg's name in the description. I think I did. I'm going with IMDb here, written by David Cronenberg. See. Yeah, I think I got everything in the description. All right. So the production the production companies are Mallow Film, Allegro Films, and Film Tech Image Organization. Distributed by Triton Pictures. Release date June 28, 1991. Running time 104 minutes. It says 1 hour 45 minutes on Tubi. I posted the link to the free Tubi movie with lots of advertisements in the description. It's a Canucksploitation film. Budget of $5 million. After capturing a man who put strychnine in milk containers throughout the city, Forrester introduces David to Peter Drack, another scanner who works for him. Drack is more aggressive with his powers. Forrester teaches David techniques by using Drack as a test subject. Drack considers David an enemy, but is injected with EPH2, a variant of ephemeral, the drug that originally created scanners. It calms him down before he can harm David. Forrester tells David that although EPH2 calms the scanner's mind, it is addictive and he should never use it. Forrester encourages him to develop and control his mental abilities on his own. David feels he has accomplished something by helping with law enforcement. His feeling changes when Forrester orders him to control the mayor and have her announce Forrester as the next chief of police. Forrester reassures him that this will enable them to stop all crimes. David, feeling guilty, disagrees and questions Forrester's agenda. Good job, David. He's playing the good guy here. He explains to the mayor how he forced her to appoint Forrester, and he apologizes. They plan to remove Forrester from office. David tells Forrester that he is quitting, so Forrester has Drack attack David and kill the mayor before she can react. David escapes, and he hides at his parents' home. But they're not really his parents. He asks his parents about his abilities, and they tell him that he was adopted. They explain that his birth parents were Cameron Vale and Kim Obrist from the first film Scanners. Vale and Obrist told them about his abilities and that he was in danger. David goes for a walk. While he's gone, Drack and his accomplices kill David's mother and leave David's father for dead. When David returns, his father tells him about his older sister, Julie Vale. He leaves his father with paramedics and begins searching for his sister. He finds Julie in a secluded cabin. She confirms who she is and explains that their parents were killed by Forrester for resisting him. She also states that her former boyfriend, Walter, agreed to test the earlier version of Ephemeral, I think it's EPH1, and was one of the first scanners to use the drug, a more unstable version. Walter was kidnapped by Forrester and never seen again. Julie agrees to help David. Together, they go to Forrester's secret compound and discover that Walter is alive and is one of the test subjects with addiction to EPH2. Julie and David disable the perimeter guards. Once inside, Julie is tranquilized. David leaves her behind to destroy the research and free the test subject scanners. Drac attacks David in the test subject quarters, but is stopped by a combined attack by all test subjects, which drains away Drac's life force. That was a cool scene. This reverses the physical damage all addicted scanners were suffering from, as well as David's injuries from Drac's attack. Forrester arrives on the scene. Television news reporters and camera crews also show up. He denies the existence of scanners and his connection to the mayor's death. With this power, David forces Forrester to admit his involvement and motivation before cameras. Afterward, Forrester grabs a shotgun and tries to shoot David, but David and Julie deform Forrester's head and face with their telekinesis. Another great scene, they turn the bad guy into Pumpkinhead. Pierre David, who produced the original Scanners film, as well as several other David Cronenberg films, had been interested in follow-up to Scanners, beginning with development on a TV series in the early 80s that ultimately never came to be. After partnering with producer Renee Mallow of Mallow Film, who bought the sequel rights from David, Scanners 2, The New Order, was set to be shot back-to-back with Scanners 3, The Takeover, which is number 2 on my list. The film marked the theatrical directorial debut of cinematographer Christian Duguay, a great effort on his part, I thought. Very dark cinematography, who up to that point had mostly directed episodes of TV series Crossbow, which is CBN television series. Duguay initially turned down the offer to direct as he was uninterested in science fiction or horror material, and he didn't like the script, but Mallow eventually convinced Duguay he could lend his own vision of it. After original Scanners effects artists Chris Wallace and Stephen Dupuis proved unavailable, Mike Smithson was hired to supervise the effects team, but due to a rushed 2-month schedule, often had to pare down the effects as the script called for more head explosions that wouldn't have been feasible in such a compressed amount of time, leading to the team finding alternate ways of showcasing scanner abilities. I thought it was pretty cool, actually, the different ways that they could scan people. The film was shot in Montreal in December of 1989. Canucksploitation film, 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommended. Another Adrian recommendation. During the 11-week shoot, temperatures were pushed down to 40 degrees below zero, which caused production to be shut down for a day. We love Canadian weather. The film was released on VHS by 20th Century Home Fox Entertainment and Media Home Entertainment in the US and Canada by Mallow Film Home Video. A DVD version of the film is included in the Scanners Trilogy box set, released only in Europe by Stars Home Entertainment. Shout Factory's new horror label, Scream Factory, released a Region 1 DVD Blu ray edition on September 10th, 2013. In a review of Scanners 2, Scanners 3 double feature combo pack, Creative Loafing commented that the original Scanners was one of David Cronenberg's weaker films and that the sequels failed to effectively build on its premise, citing a weak script, poor acting, and middling effects. The reviewer gave it 1.5 stars. Come on. Give me a break. We like low budget films on this channel. And $5 million is not considered low budget, by the way. $400 is low budget. All right. In an article for Bloody Disgusting ranking all 5 of the Scanners films, Daniel Baldwin calls Scanners 2 the weakest film in the series, citing the poor writing and unnecessary subplots, but praised the special effects and some of the cast performances. I thought this was a great film all around. All right, Adrian's in the chat room now. We had Karate Man, and he was going. Karate Man was going through a taboo subject. I had to get rid of that video. I didn't know how to edit the controversial part. Anyways, Adrian's in the chat room. He says, "Hi, mate. I had it on VHS now. I've got it on DVD. Scanner Cop 1 and 2 in the pike. Already reviewed Scanner Cop 1 in, 1 out. I have Scanner Cop on my list. I'm sorry, I have Scanner Cop 2 on my list. I've already reviewed Scanner Cop 1. So I have no idea what Adrian's talking about. If you want, I can show you the link of my Scanner Cop review, if that helps. Karate Man out, Adrian in. That's good. At least you won't get me into trouble. Or at least I don't think you will. All right. So where's that Scanner Cop review? Let's see if I can pull it up. I posted the... I love this flick. Giving it 5 out of 5 stars. Great flick. Why does Bloody Disgusting and Creative Loafing call this a weak film? Why do they call it that? I thought it was great. What were they thinking? All right. I'm trying to pull up my list and my Scanner Cop review at the same time. Adrian probably already commented on my Scanner Cop review. I think Bloody Disgusting was a website and I was a member. Was a website, past tense? Now I'm confused. All right. I'm trying to pull up my dashboard and my list at the same time. My computer's confused. It's just spinning around, not doing anything. Oh, here we go. Scanner Cop. All right. Here's the link to my Scanner Cop movie, I guess. Movie review. The one that Adrian says I haven't reviewed yet, but it's here. I love the Scanner VHS tapes cover art. Yeah. Yeah, I was going through that. I was trying to read the movie poster for Scanners 2. Oddly enough, it looked a lot like Scanners 1. And, well, this is going super slow. I look much thinner in this movie, movie review. Must be from last year. Oh, it's from 2 years ago. No wonder. Anyway. I am not able to pull up my movies list or share the link to my Scanner Cop movie review. Everything's going super slow here. Maybe I should close some windows. I'll close 2B. Oh, there it goes. Now it's faster. Okay. Here's Scanner Cop review. Adrian claims that he's never seen it. It's from 2 years ago. And I'm sure he's already commented on that one. Let's see what I got coming down the pike. Adrian's interested. I don't know what happened to Karate Man. I think he got scared. He said when I told him he was going to get my video banned, taken down, censored. YouTube is still on the censorship kick. Even after multiple lawsuits, they're still taking down videos, believe it or not. It's unbelievable. Karate Man might come back. I think I scared him. I don't see Karate Man for the last. Well, actually, I see 2 people in the chat room now. I take that back. Maybe he did come back. All right. Well, coming down the pike is Action USA 1988. Then I've got Scanners 3, The Takeover. Then Russ Meyer's Fanny Hill, 1965. And then Scanner Cop 2, 1995. So there's the next 4 on my list. Action USA, Scanners 3, The Takeover, Russ Meyer's Fanny Hill, and Scanner Cop 2. That's 1 through 4 on my list. There you have it, Adrian. More Adrian recommendations on here. 2, to be exact. I think I must have reviewed a David Cronenberg film. And then Adrian went off with the recommendations in the comments section. Or maybe it was in the chat room. I don't remember. All right. Well, that's the end of my review. Hope you enjoyed that. 25 minutes. Laters.